Chapter 11. If there's a game, there's a way to cheat the rules. 1994. Diyarbakir Central Prison. The thick smell of damp concrete. The creak of iron doors. The muffled hum of voices, as if underwater. It was the third month in solitary. The cell narrow, concrete, perpetually damp. In the corner, a rusty sink and a tiny window near the ceiling, through which only the sky was visible, a piece of ashen cotton wool like a dead television screen. The smell, a mix of sweat, urine, and cheap tobacco. The sound, endless. Someone coughed. Someone whispered. Someone screamed in the neighboring cell, either from pain or from memories. And in his head, silence. Not from peace but from tension. He thought, constantly. Prison seemed like the end of the world. But he quickly understood. This isn't the end. This is a labyrinth. And it, too, can be traversed. In the third week, they put him in with a man by the nickname Sadefsi, a former policeman, with a face like carved wood, and eyes in which no one had lived for a long time. He considered chess foolish until he lost 16 games in a row to him, but figures they had none. You want something? Make it yourself. And he carved chess pieces, from bread, from a mixture of bread, water, and sugar, dried them under his mattress. Separately, he carved with a knife from a plastic handle. He varnished them with tea brew. 2 weeks later, he had a full board. Black and white differed by the degree of tea staining. Every night they played, but it wasn't about chess. He lost and analyzed how exactly. Why? Did I think he'd move the bishop? Why didn't I notice the pawn's double step? Why didn't I predict the sacrifice? And with each game he understood more and more. Betting, it's the same game, just instead of pieces, people. Instead of a board, life. And instead of a king, money. He began to keep a notebook of paper scraps. He wrote formulas, theories, principles, probability calculations, crowd behavior, the theory of small numbers, everything on his lap, with charcoal and crumbs of pens, obtained from guards. When he wasn't playing or writing, he listened. Prison lived like a market. Someone sold cigarettes, cutting them into 3 parts. Someone exchanged bread for a piece of aluminum. Someone offered tips for football matches, from rumors among the guards. And one day, he heard 2 prisoners running a prison totalizer. 5 people bet on the victory. In a fight between 2 blocks, whoever guessed received all the bread and a pack of cigarettes. And then he understood. Even here in hell, people want risk. People want a game. And if there's a game, there's a way to cheat the rules. He contacted the ringleaders, offered himself as an analyst. I'll tell you who will win. I'll tell you who to bet on. Who are you, mathematician, to meddle here? He asked for 1 attempt, 1 match, a fight between Block C and Block D. He observed 2 days, counted who trained, who ate more, who was injured, who slept poorly, derived a formula, named the winner. He was right. From that day on, they came to him for advice. To bet or not to bet? On whom? When? He didn't bet himself. He calculated. And for that, they brought him food, cigarettes, notebooks, warmth, and most importantly, power. I was nobody on the outside, but here I became the brain of the game. Because in a world where only dirt remained, intelligence was the only commodity that couldn't be taken away. In the evenings, he lay down, looked at that tiny window and thought, when I get out, I won't just go back to betting. I'll return different. Someone they can no longer deceive. Because prison taught me the most important thing, not to be afraid of losing, if you know what you lost to.